Well, I make my grand return. I have a doogie with me, evidently there. I grabbed myself some toast. I feel a lot better now. I am totally ready to see what kind of cutscene is in store now that we finally cleared the final non-final boss map of Fire Emblem Engage. Let's see what happens here.
I'm so sorry, Mother.
That voice. Is it you, my child? It would seem that you've received my ring at last.
Mother, you're yourself again.
You remembered the promise that I made to you?
Yes, every word you said to me before I fell asleep. You see this? I'm one of the emblems now.
My child, an emblem. I can hardly believe my own eyes. Oh, how hard you must have worked to achieve such a thing.
It was tough, but I'm glad I can show you what I've become. I just wanted to make you proud.
It looks like Queen Lumera is disappearing.
The corruption is leaving her body, so now she has to go. Nothing can be done to stop it.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It seems we have to part yet again.
You're wrong. From the first moment that we connected, I have always been at your side. The years after I lost my family were a dark time. The pain of what had been taken was unbearable. But then I met you. And even though I missed you during your long slumber, I knew that you would wake up someday. We'd be together again. Knowing that, how could I ever feel lonely? You and I will never be apart again.
I feel the same. Ever since we met, I've never felt truly alone. Not really. You showed me the warmth of a real connection, and that is stronger than death.
You have always been my bright, shining light. I can never thank you enough for being my child.
Thank you, Mother. Getting to be your child is my greatest happiness. If we should meet again, I want to spend more time with you. Pinky, promise me?
We will, child. I'll remember this promise we have made. And I'll remember you. The sky is so beautiful above me. Just like the one I saw the day you opened your eyes again. From now on, you must protect it all. Everything. Under this beautiful sky.
I promise.
Sister,
I'm all right. Please don't be sad for me. Mother is where she belongs now. I know we'll meet again. It's time to go. We have to check the barrier.
Final battle approaches. After I grab that stupid packed ring. After I grab that. Alright, well, that was a stressful battle. Just the doogie cam there. Oh, what a map Final boss is gonna be like.
listen to this!
Guess what? I got stronger. At this rate, I'm gonna be the greatest merchant ever.
Yeah. Do you happen to notice the extra effort I put in out there? It's all for you, Divine One. Aw, thanks.
I'm sorry.
The enemy overwhelmed me because I wasn't strong enough. It's a miracle I survived. Nah, you were wrecking stuff out there, man.
Really?
It's as if the architect here saw Lugia Castle and said, let's do that, only much worse.
So,
I thought my fighting days were long past, but it turns out you never really forget how it's done. You are not dealing out a whole lot of damage right now. I need to level you up a lot more before you could do major damage. Ordinarily, I like castles. I find no enjoyment here, not with all this suffering. Yeah, I don't think I feel suffering through these maps. Hey, some materials at least.
Hey,
It's probably safer to be on the sidelines, but I still really want to fight alongside you again. Too bad.
Yes.
I was afraid for you to fight Queen Lumera, but I'm glad you got to see the real her in the end. Yeah, and I got her cool sword that I'm putting on now. I do wonder. Liberation is +5 right now, so. Oh no, this is still an increase. This is still an increase even with that. I don't need that 11 sword right now. There we go. I'll probably switch the engrave over to it. I won't cry like before. Queen Lumera will always be with you, Divine One. I just know it.
Yes.
Queen Lumera was smiling, wasn't she? I think that was the happiest I've ever seen her. Ah.
Please.
If your plans allow, I would love to fight on the front lines again. I'll prove useful, I promise. Oh, sorry, I don't have space. Sorry about that.
Pardon me?
I'm sure your thoughts weigh heavily on you. You must think of your own well-being. Don't worry, I am. I'm not I know that I'm streaming at a time that I'm not feeling 100% for it since I'm still infected with the COVID, but I feel well enough to do it anyway.
yes.
Made a better showing than I expected. May it bring us one step closer to peace. If I start getting really, really exhausted, I'll, end the stream. Prioritize my own health over the stream. You can tell by sight alone you've grown stronger. Still, don't overexert yourself, alright? Don't worry. I don't plan on doing so.
Hey,
This is Sombron's temple, right? Why stop at the door? We should bring this whole place down. We've got more important things to do right now. Chill.
Queen Lumera.
At the end, she must have felt great joy knowing you'd become an emblem. Guess it's a really great thing to become one.
Hey.
If you'd like to step away, you can leave things to me. I know it's hard to be in a place of loss. You want to sit in the streamer chair?
Hey.
Can you tell? I got stronger. It's probably obvious, but how awesome is that? Pretty awesome.
Sorry.
Can't believe how many enemy hits I took. Sorry to make you worry, Divine One. As long as we all survived, it's fine. Doesn't matter how many hits we take in a Fire Emblem map. As long as we don't die.
Impressive.
Divine One, you've grown stronger again. No, the cards didn't tell me. I saw it with my eyes. Hi. So many bitter memories here. Once we're back, I'll cook something comforting for everyone. Can you cook something that boosts a lot of my stats? I didn't do too bad just now. Chalk it up either to my muscles or your guidance. You actually managed to double an enemy at one point. First time I've seen that happen in a long time.
I can't believe it.
We should raise Sombron's temple to the ground for what he did to Father and Queen Lumera. Don't worry about that another time. This is one place that doesn't feel much like a fairy tale. It's nice architecture, I suppose. If I had another spot in my party, I'd probably put in Mage Knight Chloe. I swear I hit A there. Come on. Nice. Alright, I think I've grabbed all of what I can. So, time to go to the Somniel then? I guess I'll see where the last map appears first. I would like to do the Pact Ring one first, though. Do the final paralogue and then the final boss. Ooh.
the barrier is vanishing. We destroyed it at last.
But look what's happened to the sky.
Sombron opened the portal.
Papa, he's there.
If this goes on, the power of other worlds will pour through, and this one will be destroyed. Elios will meet its end.
No. I won't let that happen. My mother entrusted this world to me. I will protect everyone. Everyone who lives beneath this sky.
I have no doubt that a world ruled by you would be a beautiful place.
What brought that on?
It needed saying.
I'll need you to help build that world, Marth. Help me protect it. Forever.
Forever.
It's a promise, then.
A world ruled by the divine dragon. Now that's an inspiring thought.
Everyone, how did our forces fare?
We are treating our wounded and should be able to leave soon.
You stand before the final battle, undaunted, full of hope. I've much to learn from you.
When this war's over and we've had time to rebuild, I'm gonna visit all your countries.
Bring the emblems along. After so much time confined to the rings, I'm sure they'd like to see the world.
Right. Now that the 12 Rings' power has been used, people won't try to steal them. The emblems will be safe. They can stay summoned and go wherever they want.
I'll show them our countries, introduce them to our citizens. They'll be seen as war heroes.
I won't say no to a new camping buddy. Oh, make that too! Hope they like to sing.
I imagine their experience will make them good advisors for restoring Alucia.
It's nice, isn't it? Having something to look forward to? Something to fight for the first time in my life. I'm excited for the future.
Before we reach that future, we'll have to face Sombron. Are you ready for that, Vale?
I am. I'm not afraid to stand up to him. I was so lonely. I couldn't admit it, but he stopped being my father long ago. There's no bond left to break.
Vale.
Divine One, our wounded soldiers have been treated, one and all.
Thank you, Vander. Let's depart, everyone. The final battle is upon us at last.
This journey has made you and your allies so much stronger. I wish I could stay here and help you all build a peaceful world. But we may soon have to part ways.
What, did the emblems vanish at the end? My final message, save the world, goodbye. Next is the final battle with Felldragon Sombron from the second floor balcony of the Somniel's Cafe Terrace. What? Why is it on the map? That seems weird. Okay, I guess nothing new appears on the map. It's only one map left to clear. It's this one here, the Pact Ring one. Advanced class level 14. Yeah, I'll do that first. Because then truly all the main game is done. Unless I do like some Tempest Trials later or something, which I guess I could do. But for the most part, the main game would be done at that point. Yeah, there's no chance I would have been able to beat this in time for the the final DLC. The Fell Xenologue. My goodness gracious. Bond conversations are available. I am curious. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of conversations there, but I am gonna have to tinker around with Villaglans a little bit.
You see?
That'll make a run time here. When there's a battle and you choose me to fight beside you, it always makes me happy. You're one of the best options I can choose. Frankly.
If I may.
This is the last battle, huh? Don't worry, Divine One. I'll be right behind you to the end. Thanks, Alfred. How much gold did I get from Anna in that last map? Nice! That's a pretty good amount. And yeah, that's what I've heard there.
Do come again. Welcome.
So, let's see here.
I thank you. I thank
Getting
you.
2.
Do come
Thanks,
again.
Anna. I'm really glad that Anna became a mainstay of my party. Because I wouldn't have been able to do that just now had she not been around. There's a lot of things I wouldn't have been able to purchase if it wasn't for her, so... Thank goodness for that. She definitely helps things out quite a bit. Well, while this is going on, other stuff to talk about. I've been working hard on the Scarlet and Violet video essay recently. All that's left now is the introduction and conclusion. And then I'm done. And thumbnail and final wrap-up edits and stuff like that. I'm just gonna use my NFC tags because I don't want to get up, quite frankly. So, that's almost done. Come on. Please. Man. Try it again. Try it one more time. In some other news, I might have my truck on the road here pretty darn soon. Wow. In less than a week from now, it's gonna have an inspection done to, you know, give it the go-ahead, say, yep, this can be on the road. Gonna use that in order to get insurance. Going to use the insurance to get registration. And once it has insurance and registration, all that's really going to be left for getting it on the road is the glass. The inspection guy's willing to do us a favor and say that the glass is done, even though it isn't, as long as we do it really soon after. And if we have that inspection done to be able to get insurance and registration, I need to speak slower while I'm sick. We can just drive it to get the new glass done. And then it'll be a proper vehicle on the road here very soon. So that's some exciting stuff.
Oh!
So definitely looking forward to that being on the road. Not gonna take all that much longer.
Pick a rod.
So that's
Where were you
pretty nice.
thinking?
I am gonna have to learn to drive a standard, though. Considering, you know, that's a standard. So I'll probably practice with the neighbors a little bit. I've given the neighbors some driving practice in my car before, which is an automatic. Just because the driving test is a lot more lenient for an automatic than a manual, so they've wanted to do it in my car. So, I did that for one of the neighbor's kids at one point, and now I'm doing it for the younger one that's now at an age where she needs to practice that as well.
Where were you thinking?
And, my neighbor, he's very protective of his vehicle, so when I've asked before about driving a standard, he's said, no, you can't practice on my car.
No.
Apparently he recently changed his mind, which is good. Like, it's only fair if, two of his kids are practicing with my car that, you know, I practice with his too and learn how to drive a standard, so it seems like I'll be able to do that in the near future.
I suppose fishing isn't all.
You know, I'll practice with one of them. But I don't have COVID that I can pass along anymore.
Where were you thinking?
Wait for this to pass. But once it's passed, gonna start learning to drive a standard. Get these final steps done to get my truck on the road. And then, once I'm confident enough with the standard, I can just start practicing on my own vehicle there. And it'll be great. So definitely looking forward to that. Give me the fish. So that's some cool news there.
No.
What's some other things I can share for now? There was a really wacky situation in comments on Pokemon essay earlier today, because of course there was. I know that you probably shouldn't respond to those who seem to be really angry at you, but I oftentimes do anyway. And what happened earlier today is, as if I was Phoenix Wright facing down Miles Edgeworth, I got hit with an updated autopsy report. Now, there's context to this, and yeah, I definitely will do the DLC for this. Definitely not tonight, but it'll definitely happen. Anyway, the context of this is it was on the Legends Arceus essay, and, you know, on any one of my video essays that cover a lot of subject matter, there will always be somebody that doesn't like one particular part. For pretty much every part of the video, you know, that's par for the course. For the first time, I saw someone have issue with the specific part of the Legends Arceus essay that they didn't like was the part where I talked about Chimecho's reflection, where it's reflecting an area that you're not even at, like it's reflecting a completely different section of the area. So when it does like a close zoom in for a cutscene, it's like, what the heck? That's not where we're at. You know, it's just kind of jarring. That was the biggest thing that they took issue with. So and their response to it was saying like, oh, the rest of the video is good, but that learn to do research, FFS.
Where were you thinking?
Or just stick to what you know. I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? It holds true that it reflects an area that you're not even at. So I responded being like, if you have any examples of other games that reflect areas that aren't even close to what you're at, then like, please let me know. And their initial response was saying that TF2 did the reflection mapping.
No.
And I was like, okay, well, now we're comparing this to a game from 2007, and you know, in gameplay, you're probably not going to notice that all that much. So a closer comparison would be, let's say, the TF2 sniper had a cutscene where it zoomed in on the scope of his sniper rifle. And you saw in the scope during that cutscene that it was
Where were you
reflecting
thinking?
a completely different area, what you're not even at. Like, that would be a more fair comparison there if it was, like, during a cutscene that zoomed in. And, when they responded to me again, they were like, I gave you 3 different examples and you just chose the oldest one to cherry pick. And I was like, wait, what? You what now? And I looked back, and turns out they had, like, another reply that they posted later, and they also edited it later.
I suppose fishing
Which
isn't
meant
all
that when
about
I went to
results.
respond to the only thing that was there when I went to
Do
respond,
you want to keep going?
and they later added
Where were you
more,
thinking?
I got faulted for not, like, addressing that additional more stuff. Literally, the autopsy report got updated. There was more information there. Hello, Lollipop. I appreciate the 8-month resub
Just
there.
got off work bedtime.
Well, I do appreciate you stopping in for the resub before bedtime there. 8 months is one heck of a long time to be resubbed there. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome back to Team Enharmonic. Enjoy another month of the emotes and the sub badge and all that fun stuff. And I hope you get some good rest after work and stuff there.
Good catch.
But yeah,
Nicely done.
I've never seen anybody actually try
want to
that
pick a rod?
in a
Where
in
were
an
you
internet
thinking?
argument. Just being like, how dare you cherry pick this one specific thing instead of like all these other examples that I gave you when they only gave the examples later. So literally the Miles Edgeworth, I've updated the autopsy report. I just straight up didn't have that other information before. Like, I've never been hit by that online. Like, I was honestly surprised at the boldness that someone would try an updated autopsy report strategy. What a thing there. Been a bit, didn't hear the good news. There's some good
suppose
news.
Fishing isn't
Well, that's
all about
good.
results.
Alright, one more fishing to do.
Do you want to keep
So I was
going?
pretty surprised about that.
Where were you thinking?
Okay, what was the good news there? They also started getting, like, really mad at me, being like, man, this seems like a strange hill to die on, the, reflections there. So I sent him a link to the movie clip from the Star Wars prequels of Anakin saying, hold on, this whole operation was your idea. You know? They never responded to me after that. After I said the whole operation was their
suppose
idea,
fishing
and I
isn't
said
all
that they
about
hit me with the
results.
updated autopsy report. And linked them the shit
Come
post
back to
of updated autopsy report. That shit post animation there. So, they gave me like a whole essay though. That was the case. My date. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Another midnight stream. Yeah, we're going late here. Finally did it. What was the thing that you did? What was it? Hi, Pandrio. How you doing? Anyway, when I had responded to that one remark that they had made, the whole response of being like, how dare you cherry pick that, and this seems like a strange hill to die on, that was at the beginning and end of like a full essay's worth, like a whole paragraph, you know, like a whole major ton there. I didn't go through the whole thing because if I responded to any more, I'd just get hit with an updated autopsy report again. There's no point. But anyway, it's kind of funny. So that happened earlier today. And there's another person out there now that hates my guts because I took the time to respond. I don't know what they wanted from me. Somniel always has a most pleasant breeze. Reminds me of the grasslands where I grew up and stuff like that. Also one that's a little bit of a private matter. And two, I've been sick with COVID. It didn't happen. Is the case because I'm all sickly and coughing and stuff here. So I've just stuck home all day. I don't want to infect anyone else. So, some future week. And can't be next week because there's a celebration of life that I need to get to. Can't be the week after that because the Friday after that, the Breath of the Wild comes out. Tears of the Kingdom comes out. So I'm going to be spending the Friday doing that. So at soonest, it'd only be able to be the Friday after that. Because the place that I want to go is this one restaurant on campus that, when the university semester is out, is only open on Fridays. I guess because of the decreased business. With there not being a bunch of students on campus, they decide that they're only going to be open like once a week from there. It's only on Fridays, and that, it doesn't even work all that well. So, schedule-wise, for that, it's not in a super great place right now. But it'll happen eventually. One day. Probably just like 3 weeks from now. All because I got the Rona. So, you know, you love to see it. You love to see that and stuff. And got your affiliate. Nice. Well, congrats on that. Glad to hear that you hit that. Hey there. Okie doke. Hope you have an awesome rest of the night there, Lollipop. Anxiety's coming back. Should have taken the hint when you didn't know what you were talking about. Oh no, I already didn't actually know what you were talking about at first because I was like, wait, what? And then I remembered, oh yeah, that was the thing that I mentioned at one point, but it had to get canceled around the beginning of this week. Is an update that I never mentioned before because I got the COVID. I don't, wait.
Well,
I'm just playing on autopilot right now. Do I need anything from the thingamabop? I don't think so.
Feel free to come again.
I don't believe I do. So no, it got cancelled. Is the case. So the clouds on like a castle in Asker. So, you know. There's that. Wait, there's an item over here that I missed. So, you know, getting COVID has kind of thrown a little bit of a wrench into my plans of stuff that I want to do, including that. But hey, eventually, no rush, I suppose. Spirit gem obtained. So, eventually. But yeah, this was going to be the week that I started out working on campus again. Since, you know, the university semester's wrapped up now. But I didn't because I'm sick. And, you know, my coworkers probably wouldn't want someone infected with COVID there coughing up a storm. You know, that would not be super great. But yeah, I am definitely feeling better. I'm still not 100% though. Like, I still have a little bit to go in way of recovery, and I'm still, you know, coughing here and there. But, you know, I'm on the recovery, though, bit by bit here. Bit by bit. Yeah, somewhat better, though. If only that one place on campus was open more than just Fridays. But alas, it's a really cool place. I've been there with several of my friends that I grew up with before. It's at the very top floor of this one building. So so you get to look out the windows and see like the whole campus and even a lot of the city around you. It's really cool. So I figured that'd be a really cool place to go. So, you know, go there some Friday when it's open. Because if it's not in the middle of university, I guess it's not open any other days. But yeah. The reason why I don't have my hat on is because I'm still potentially overheating sometimes. I switch between being chilled and overheating. I guess I'm not overheating too much now that I have like my, dang it, scarf and hoodie on. But I was overheating earlier when I was starting the stream, so I took off my hat because I didn't want, you know, my forehead to overheat. Or anything like that. And even as I'm saying this, I'm starting to feel myself warming up. It might not be too much longer before I take off my scarf and, whoops, scarf and hoodie again.
Looking good.
Meh. I don't have a,
You got this.
I do not have a nearby fan. Whenever I'm chilled, I switch between being chilled and cold. Chilled and cold.
Keep it up.
Chilled and overheating. Whenever I'm chilled, at least, I can just run my 3D printer a little bit, and that makes the room a decent bit warmer.
Perfect.
So, at least that helps me out when I'm
Looking
cold.
good.
But as for when I'm warm, I don't really have much better solution than to just take a bunch of stuff off. So I've been taking off my hoodie and scarf and stuff like that. While streaming, I might take them off again here pretty soon because I'm starting to feel pretty warm again. So that might happen shortly.
Let's do this
If
again
I
sometime.
really wanted to cool myself off, I could always take off my shirt. I'm fairly certain that guys are allowed to be shirtless on Twitch as long as you don't have it be like the focus, apparently, or something like that. As long as you don't sexualize it too much. Wow, that sucked. Then it's a-okay to go shirtless as a guy on Twitch. So I can always do that if it really comes down to that. Just rip off the shirt. Easy peasy. But yeah, let's just see here. Get one of those small fans you can set right down on the table or something. Could be neat, but I should be over this in like 2 days anyway. Something like that. Also, you beat the Xenoblade DLC? Nice. I still have only played it like that one initial session and that's it. Correct about a lot. I think it's down to you. You doubted you, but you were right. Oh my. Well, guess I'll look forward to seeing what's going on with that then. When I get over to seeing what's going on there. Well, let me shoot the things. I have 2 maps left in this game, by the way. I just beat the final map before the final boss. I still have 1 paralog to do. So I'm gonna do this, like, side mission, this paralog. But then all that's left is the final boss of this game. So I have 2 maps left. I'm almost there. And that feels really great. I still have DLC of this game to go, but I almost have Fire Emblem Engage beaten. I'm really darn close. So if I don't find myself really exhausted, I might even be able to beat it tonight. We'll see. Better not know what you're referring to. I'm not entirely sure. Don't want to spoil things, so you're just saying without the context, and I appreciate that there. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It probably had to do with Riku being everywhere. Is what it probably was, right? Just ordinary Nuppon. Just common variety Nuppon. Oh, staying it. Wait, did I get it? I thought you said you beat it. I have not. I still have not. There's quite a bit to this game. I have a lot of playthroughs right now that are, like, all close. Like, this is 2 maps left. The Last of Us, I've beaten. I just need to do the DLC story. Persona 5, I can probably do in 1 to 2 more streams, because that's almost done. Octopath Traveler 2 is the one that's still gonna take me a while. Oh, and I guess Xenoblade 3 DLC, since I only just started that recently, so there's still gonna be a lot to that. Because actually, God, it wasn't everywhere. Don't have to worry about that. Man! That is disappointing. No! 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 Too bad I suck at video games. Let's ride. There's saddening there. Sad days. Okay. I would love to see a TAS of this. So much I would love to see a TAS. No! Ah, I'm so bad. Nope, apparently just aren't reflected by the flow of Mobius. Apparently I already mentioned in the base game and you forgot about, huh? I don't think I ever noticed it in the base game. Like, I guess I would figure since they kind of seem to exist separately from the cycle. So I guess I kind of figured that that'd be the case, but I never actually remember if it was directly said anywhere in the game. Pew. There we go. So yeah, we shall see what comes of that. I was thinking about streaming that tonight, but I was like, you know, I haven't done Engage for a little while. Let's do that. Tora and Ricky? Who knows? Would be neat to have known.
Just what I'd expect from the Divine One.
They aged rapidly and died early by being too fabulous. Probably what happened. Thanks for the things.
Until next
That was a
time.
decent bit of things. Thank you. Amazing. Alright, you started out T-posing there. As one does. Just normal everyday stuff, I guess.